Hi there. Okay, so I'm going to do a really quick, simple sketch of a vertical section through a brick veneer wall with a box eave and a trussed roof on the top here. And then what I'll do is I'll do a detail of the footing system and the actual eave itself. So at the top of the wall here, I'm going to have a top chord. I'll run a bottom chord out of the edge of the truss there. Coming off the bottom of that, I'm going to have my wall frame, and it doesn't really matter which one you do first. Okay, we don't have a width there. I'm going to draw a timber fascia on the end of the wall there. I'll put a tile batten in here. The tile batten is typically in the order of 345 from the fascia board. I'll put in an anti-ponding board that runs across the top there. Sarking runs down here because it's festooning or sagging in between the rafters or the top chords. On here I'll have a box gutter, not a box gutter, an eaves gutter. My roof tile will hook over the batten there, and it protrudes past the fascia 50 millimeters. My next tile will sit over the top here and overlap 75 to 100 millimeters. I'll show a triple grip on the inside here with 4 nails in each vertical face and 2 in the horizontal face. I should show a nail plate or gang nail in here. Okay, on the outside, the framing for the eaves is sort of open to debate. I've got an eave lining in there, 4.5 millimeters fibre cement. I may well have a ledger, a horizontal member running through on the inside of the studs, to which I shall fix a soffit bearer. Pardon me. Internally I would have 10 millimeter plasterboard linings. I'll have a 90 millimeter cove cornice there. Externally I shall have a brick veneer skin. Oh, I didn't draw it up high enough. A brick veneer skin here, 110 wide brick veneer skin. Ignore that line, that was a mistake. I'm going to put some form of moulding on the outside there, timber moulding, and nail it into the underside of the eave lining. I'll break my wall here, and I'll have, wherever my bricks are, I'll have a veneer tie in here that's bent up and nailed to the inside of the wall there. So I won't bother doing a totally separate drawing. I'm going to fit it on here. So towards the bottom of the wall, I'm going to have a bottom plate. I don't know what we're talking here with, I don't know whether you're going to be required to do bearers and joists or flooring. So I'll draw a particle board floor in there. Directly underneath that I'm going to draw floor joists. I'll draw double joists in this way, even though I don't really need double joists these days. I personally think it's a good idea. And I'll draw a bearer underneath that. That's my bearer. Coming down here, I shall have vermin wire that has been stapled to the side of the bottom plate. Continuing down here, I shall then have an ant cap that is sitting on top of, and I'm doing this part here bowled, backlined. I'm sitting on top of a DPC. I don't know how many brick courses we shall have. A couple of odd sized bricks in there. You'll have a number of brick courses, whatever is required. You probably have to calculate that according to the RLs that you're given. So we'll just assume that we've got 2 or 3 courses in there. We'll have brick ties that tie the two together because it's an attached pier, and this will be sitting on top of a strip footing of some sort, some size. Draw your strip footing with the Rio bars on the outside of the cross wires, and it's a 40mm concrete cover all around for the bars. So all of these items that are in section should be backlined all the way around, and that would include the overall external brick skin here. That would all be backlined. So all the way through I'd make that line a bit thicker to indicate that that is in section. Anything that's in section, my timber fascia board up here as well, the actual tiles, these parts of the tiles there, that's the part that's actually in section, and I should show the rest of the tile in elevation and run through something like that. My top plate would be in section, and so is my plasterboard, but it's a little bit hard to show the plasterboard in section. Oh, that's a bit rough, that. I'd probably throw a skirting board in there as well, some sort. My flooring is in section, bearer is in elevation. What I could also do with my brickwork is I could cross hatch it, and that'll tell me that it's in section. And I would have a vent in here, a vent of some sort, a subfloor vent in the brickwork. Okay, so I won't label it because I don't have time, but that's pretty much it. Quad, so roof tiles, show the tiles with dotted sand, sarking running into the gutter. Hopefully that's all you need. That my bear is a little bit out of proportion there, but you get the drift. Okay, I need at least 150mm under there on a sloping site, and I would show that my ground has been filled in here, so that my brickwork under there should actually be a broken line under there because it's in elevation, not in section. I show the ground hatched like that. And that's about it. Okay, any questions, call me.